Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon to everybody and welcome to our academic forum. Today's discussion is centered on a vital topic which is also very relevant today. The topic is about technology integration in language teaching. In the current era, we can observe that digital technology plays a significant role in education. With advancements in technology, it is necessary to adapt the traditional way of teaching and learning in the classroom environment. For example, in Malaysia, there is an initiative called Malaysia Education Blueprint, which emphasizes the use of technology for improved teaching and learning. But one question still persists. Is the use of technology beneficial in learning languages, or is it creating new problems for learners and educators in language classes? In, in order to discuss this topic today, I am glad to invite two panelists with me, Adeline, who is an ESL teacher, and Dina, who is an applied linguist at university level. First off, let's start. Adeline, can you define the concept of technology integration in language teaching? What are the advantages of its use?
Sure, Faris. Technology integration in language teaching is the use of various technologies from from learning management system to mobile applications, website, and multimedia content to assist in the process of language acquisition. Technologies range from applications, videos, quizzes, and social media to other interactive content. These resources help teachers develop students' abilities to read, write, listen, and speak. So, one of the major advantages of technology is its potential to build dynamic and student oriented learning spaces where individuals do not just receive but engage in the educational process. So there are a lot of applications such as Duolingo and Quizlet, which allow users to learn new words and grammar rules in an entertaining and effective manner. Furthermore, students get instant feedback on their mistakes. And moreover, in Malaysian secondary schools, I noticed that those who use various digital devices were highly engaged and motivated in their classes, particularly in English as a second language courses. And finally, another benefit of using technology in language teaching is that students can learn independently, progressing as fast or slowly as needed. What about you, Dina?
It is true that technology enhances the involvement and motivation of students, according to Adeline. The interactive content is usually well received by learners. However, one should take into account that all students might not receive the same benefits. The availability of devices and internet access poses a problem, particularly in rural regions where there could be sharing of devices and even data usage constraints. Furthermore, the manner in which technology is applied can affect its effectiveness as a learning tool. Improper application of technology can result in a situation whereby no learning improvement is realized. Thus, technology has several strengths but depends largely on several factors.
Thank you very much, Adeline. Adeline, could you state the major advantages of using technology in foreign language teaching?
An important advantage is greater exposure to language. With, with the help of technological means, learners can view authentic resources, including videos, interviews, and podcasts, providing them with real life examples of language usage. For instance, learners can watch videos in English posted on YouTube and see how native speakers interact in their daily life. In this way, both listening comprehension and pronunciation skills are improved. Furthermore, scientific evidence back this idea. For example, it has been discovered that using digital means can help enhance vocabulary by up to 30% compared to conventional language learning. And another advantage is collaboration opportunities. With the help of applications like Google Docs, learners can work on their tasks in a collaborative manner. Notably, collaboration does not only result in better academic result, but also improve the teamwork skills of learners. In addition, technology helps to boost learners' self-confidence because some learners might feel nervous communicating in class.
They are really good points, particularly concerning exposure and collaboration. There are, however, some drawbacks. For instance, the use of technology could decrease face to face engagement because students become more dependent on typing rather than talking, which might impair their oral communication abilities. Moreover, distraction might occur since students tend to get sidetracked and move away from the topic being discussed in class. Thus, it becomes imperative for educators to regulate the use of technology in classrooms. They must strike a balance between digital media and conventional teaching techniques like class debates and presentations.
So, even though technology enhances exposure, collaboration, and confidence, balance is key. Alright, let's move on to the next phase. Dina, what are the main challenges of implementing technology in language classes?
So the first challenge is the digital divide. Not all students are able to afford devices and good internet connection, and it creates unequal learning possibilities for them. Teachers' readiness to use new technologies is another important aspect. Not all teachers are adequately trained to apply them, especially during the pandemic period when many had problems with online teaching. It is hard to find high quality and appropriate content online. Teachers need to verify all online materials. The last but not least one is assessment. The online environment makes it harder to control students as well as increases risk of cheating.
Yeah, all these points are valid, and I think there is one more challenge. Over reliance on technology, including online translation programs, may become a problem as students tend to use them without thinking. Technological problems like poor internet connection can negatively impact learning process. On the whole, many challenges can be avoided.
So, it is evident that from the above mentioned issues that the technology needs to be used prudently for the enhancements of vital language skills. Let's move on to phase 4. Edlin, what measures could help with integrating technology in your opinion?
To begin with, there is an urgent need for teachers to undergo proper training on how to apply technology in real life educational settings. Secondly, the blended approach should be introduced in the classrooms. It refers to the combination of traditional pedagogy and digital tools. And finally, strict classroom policies must be developed.
Additionally, infrastructure improvement would be needed since not all schools have reliable internet connections. Teachers ought to develop assignments that stimulate active language acquisition through video presentations, discussion forums, and speaking activities. Moreover, modern assessment practices must be adopted in order to measure students' language competences. Specifically, project-based learning and presentations will be helpful.
So, in conclusion, successful integration presupposes proper training, robust infrastructure, careful planning, and active engagement. So, let's move on to the Q&A session. Now, we will have some questions from the online audience. Number 1, how do teachers make sure that students are not overly reliant on technology?
I think teachers should design assignments which encourage independent thinking. For example, students should be able to write essays without translating application and engage in discussion. Moreover, they should combine activities, some involving technology and other activities not requiring its use.
For me, it is vital to establish clear rules. Teachers need to put limits on technology usage, particularly at the assessment stage.
Thank you. Question 2. Which one works better, technology or traditional approaches?
In my opinion, by itself, technology does not work better. It all depends on its implementation. The importance of the traditional methods cannot be underestimated. They include interacting personally, receiving immediate feedback.
I agree. The combined use is the most productive one because technology makes learning flexible and provides additional experience, whereas traditional methods develop communication skills.
This leads us to the final part, the conclusion. In summary, technology integration in language teaching can bring numerous advantages such as more involvement, better language exposure, and cooperation. Nevertheless, problems like digital divide, insufficient teachers' competence, technical problems, and overdependence need to be overcome. It is necessary to develop an effective technology that should complement the educational process rather than substitute it. I would like to thank you, our speakers, Adeline and Lina, and our audience for their contributions. This concludes our today's discussion. Thank you.